Shannon, how impressive is this?
It's very impressive. But, Joe, if you don't mind me asking, I know you're a historian. You like basketball. Did Steve Kerr play with Michael Jordan in that second of the three-peats?
He did.
So he knows a guy, and he says, what we're seeing, no one may not have ever witnessed. Interesting. Keep that in the back of your mind. I think it's very big.
Keep that in the front of my mind.
Hey, no, keep it in the back of your mind. But let me go here, Skip. I think it's very impressive for the simple fact you're talking about a guy that's not known as a scorer, because everybody keeps saying Kobe and Durant and Jordan and all these other more prolific guys that putting the ball in the basket are more scorers than LeBron. And LeBron is not thought of as a scorer, although he's averaging 29 points a game for his playoff career. But to put this in context, Michael Jordan averaged 33 points a game for his playoff career. But he shot the ball 4 more times than LeBron James. So if I were to let LeBron shoot 4 more times, he's shooting 50% from the field, Joey. So 4 more shots, he makes 2 of those, that's 4 points. Boom, 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 boom. That's 33. But here's what I'm going to get you at, Joey Roll Taylor. LeBron James in this play.
Why is he speaking to you, George?
Well, I'm going to get you in a minute. Oh. This is for you. That was for Joy there, because I know she be old Bron. Skip Bayless, do you know that Michael Jordan had 20 10-assist games in the playoffs? LeBron James had 39. That's almost 2. 10 rebound games.
I don't care.
Whoa.
I don't even care.
You asked me why I can't.
You're wasting our time.
Hold on. I was addressing Joy. You say, why are you addressing Joy? I address you, and now you don't want to listen to what I got to say.
Okay. Let Joy listen.
No, you listen. 10 rebound games. LeBron James has 93 of those. Michael Jordan has 21. That's 4.5 times.
Wow.
Triple doubles. 22 to 2. 11 times. So for a guy that's not known as a scorer, to have as many 30-point playoff games, we're almost doubling, tripling, quadrupling, whatever 11 times is, 11 times more triple doubles. For him to have all of that on top of it, I don't even know what were we discussing? Because if you're asking who the GOAT is, I don't really think there's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what he did by tying Michael Jordan, but guess what? About to kick dust on him, because he won't be. I guarantee you, by the time Sunday night's over, Michael Jordan will no longer be tied with LeBron James for the most 30-point playoff games. I feel very comfortable. As I sit here today, I feel very comfortable in saying that to you, Skip Bayless. So it was very impressive. You should be impressed, considering this man was in his toolbox last night, and we're seeing the greatest playoff run in NBA history from start to where we are right now. I defy you to find one better.
Okay, Joy's turn. Go ahead.
I slightly disagree.
Thank you. So, Mr. Sharpe.
Yes, sir.
You realize that your man now has as many finals losses as my man had victories with no losses.
I could have said, the question was LeBron ties 30-point playoff.
You went big picture, so I'm going big picture.
I said it was impressive.
Oh, okay.
Very impressive.
Because LeBron's now 3-6 in the finals after last night, because it's over now. You know that. Golden State's going to win this. You know that. They need to
I don't know nothing.
One. Yeah,
that's why they play the game.
Okay.
Yeah, you thought Patriots going to win, too.
Can we put this in some? Yeah, I thought Nick Foles was going to hang 40 points because Malcolm Butler wasn't going to play a snap. That's exactly what I saw.
You also thought the Patriots were
Hey,
playing.
Tom Brady's your guy. Tom Brady's the best player. He got to be able to win that game. The game was right there for the taking.
He threw for 505 yards.
LeBron James had 51, 8, and 8.
Wow.
See what I did there, Joe?
And took the L?
Both of them, him and Tom, they did my restaurant.
You're right. Now back to the greatest performer in any sport ever, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Do you realize that LeBron has now played 57 more playoff games than Jordan ever played?
Yeah.
57 more? Yep. And do you realize that LeBron has always benefited from 7-game first-round series, where all through Mike's career, it was only 5 games in the first round, and that's your most inferior opponent is your first-round opponent, right? Wouldn't you agree with that for the most part?
Yeah.
And so LeBron has gotten 16 more games against that inferior first-round opponent than Michael got. So your degree of difficulty is so low that maybe your 30-point games is going to go higher.
Well,
right?
so if the first-round opponents are inferior, why was Michael Jordan getting swept?
Well, when you start off your career, just as well early in LeBron's career, he was having to play some 7-game series against some pretty tough opponents.
He never lost in the first round.
You can argue that, but the East was much tougher in those days than the East is now when it's the least.
No.
So let's look back at 50. So remember, it has taken LeBron 57 more playoff games to get to 109 30-plus games. Is that impressive to you? It
Very.
took 57 more times? Because all we're talking about is 30-plus scoring games, right?
Yeah.
So do you like that?
But here's the thing. You're just looking at it as scoring. See, LeBron is not known as a scorer.
I know, that's the stat we're using. That's the achievement we're talking about.
But what Steve Kerr said, I don't think we've ever seen, because he's talking about the workload and what this guy is doing, not just scoring the basketball.
Yep. So now I'll deal with Steve Kerr's comment. You remember that once upon a time during a practice, Michael Jordan decked Steve Kerr.
So now Steve Kerr got an axe to grind.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is Mike may go looking for him today. He may want to drop him again today for saying that, for even insinuating that. Because,
Mike with them big old dad jeans can't do nothing.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know.
Them big old dad jeans. He put a six-pack in his back pocket, them jeans so big.
I wouldn't mess with him. So, Steve Kerr did play with Michael Jordan, but he also played for Greg Popovich. What does Popovich always say? You have to instill appropriate fear in your team. And I think he thought his team did not play last night with appropriate fear of the opponent and nearly got its behind kicked by said visiting team. Am I right?
But Steve Kerr has seen LeBron James in the last 4 finals. He knows what LeBron can do. So there's not, Skip, okay, this was the #1 defensive rated team in the playoffs. They got Steph Curry, who's hot, and Clay, and Draymond, and KD. And the man went for 51 against the #1 playoff defense in basketball. That's what he just did on 59% shooting.
Do you really believe Steve Kerr believes that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan? Because I don't.
I do.
And I would love to see him on a lie detector today.
I would like to see a lot of guys on a lie detector test, because they keep hiding behind it. They know Bron better.
Really?
Mainly you. I want to see you on a lie detector test.
Yeah.
And they ask you,
Mine would be like,
does Shannon bust you up every day? You talk about no.
Really?
That's a lie.
You crack me up every day, but you don't bust me up.
And you know what? And the guy that's giving the turn is like, that's a lie, Mr. Bayless.
So
that's a lie.
The point here is, Steve Kerr, as he pointed out, he said we were very, very lucky to escape tonight.
Yeah.
So he's going to heap praise on LeBron James so that he doesn't provide any more rocket fuel for said LeBron James. He wants to butter him up.
LeBron James says he don't need any motivation. LeBron told you his love of the game is what he plays for, not adulation. Because I talked to him, I said, look here, bro, you don't need anybody to give you praise. You got 2 hands. Pat yourself on the back. That virtuoso. Now, it was in vain. It's going to be overshadowed by JR's blunder, but that's okay. Watch Sunday night. Might get 60.
If you put Steve Kerr on a lie detector today and say, would Michael Jordan have gotten that game home for Cleveland last night? He would say, absolutely.
No, he'd said Michael Jordan would be home because he wouldn't be in the finals with this team. Really? That's what he would have said. Put him on a lie detector with that one and watch him say, yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what Steve Kerr thought of the overtime last night when LeBron went 0 for 4. Was that the highest level of play he's ever seen? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Skip, why do you do that? Why do
I do it?
Yes.
Because it happened.
Yes, but
I'm not making it up. I'm not exaggerating it. But I'm not trying to spin it.
Yes, you do, but you
0 for 4, and you lost 17-7, and you didn't take a shot in overtime for the first 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
This is what I don't understand. But every time you talk about Tom Brady, he threw for the most playoff yards in an NFL game.
This isn't about Tom Brady.
But I'm making the argument that you use. You said, but he threw for the most yards. He had 600, but you don't want to talk about that interception. You don't want to talk about that drop pass. So
what interception?
I mean, the fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fumbled.
I don't know any interception.
You know the fumble.
Yeah.
He turned the ball over.
He is human. And yet,
oh, really?
He had just played back-to-back Super Bowls against the best defense in Seattle and the hottest defense in Atlanta, and he put up fourth-quarter overtime numbers, the likes of which we'd never seen. And by the way, overtime he put up numbers.
First of all, he didn't go back-to-back. It was Seattle, and then the Broncos kicked him in the butt in the AFC Championship game.
No, I'm just saying the last 2 that he
played. But I'm trying to figure out if he's that guy. If he's the guy that you said he is, he's got to be able to beat Nick Foles and the Eagles. He's got to be, if he's that guy, because Joe Montana would have never lost to a backup.
Have you ever seen a better Hail Mary pass than Brady threw to Gronk at the end of the game? Was it not the sweetest thing?
I don't know nothing about no Hail Marys. It wasn't answered. It wasn't answered. But anyway, Skip Bayless, LeBron is not known as a scorer. Jordan shot the ball 4 more times. So let that sink in. So although LeBron has played more games, so you mean to tell me if Jordan had to play this many games, how many more shots would he have taken?
A whole lot.
Exactly.
That's what he did.
Exactly.
How many more championships would he have won?
LeBron, it ain't my fault he couldn't sustain this greatness like LeBron. It's not LeBron's fault.
He got suspended for 2 years.
Skip, I see. Somehow you want to make that about me and LeBron, but that's not our fault.
It's our.
Yeah, that's not our fault.
Saying.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.